This Motzai Shabbos, this Saturday night, in every Jewish community throughout the world, Emir Hashem, weather permitting, will be able to fulfill a mitzvah together, the mitzvah of Kiddush Levana, of blessing the new moon, making a bracha on the new moon. And hopefully, if we'll be able to see the new moon, even the small sliver that it probably will be, as soon as we see it, we make a bracha on it. And there's a custom in many communities that people sing and dance after they make the bracha on the new moon. One is permitted to make the bracha on a new moon several days after Rosh Chodesh, and we generally leave it till the first Motzai Shabbos, till the first Saturday night, so that we can begin the new week with bracha, with blessing, with a mitzvah. And so this Motzai Shabbos, we're going to fulfill, please God, that mitzvah together. And how appropriate is it that that mitzvah is commanded in this week's parsha, in Parshas Bo, in which Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu the very first mitzvah that the Jewish people will keep together as a nation will be the mitzvah of Kiddush Levana. When they were in Mitzrayim, they were given this mitzvah. So we ask ourselves, what's so unique about Kiddush Levana that it should be the first mitzvah that Bnei Yisrael would observe as a nation? And why is it still so exciting to us that we sing and dance when observing it? So the Alkut Margolios explains as follows. He says that what's so special about the Levana is that when we look up at the Levana, we see it as being something that's light in the sky, but in truth, the Levana is not light. The Levana is only a reflection of the Shemesh, a reflection of the sun. It's the sun that's the source of light, and the Levana, the moon, is simply taking from the light of the sun and reflecting it. It's being lit up itself, and therefore we look at the moon, we see light, but it doesn't have its own light. And so Yalkut Bargolia says, you know why the mitzvah of Kiddush Levana was first, and why it's so special to the Jewish people? Because it's really the story of our lives. That many of times we think about all the good that we have in our lives, and we realize that just like the Levana, just like that moon, the source of the goodness that we have, the source of the light that we have, is really, we are just seeing a reflection. But the source, the power of the light is really HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is really Hashem. And therefore all the good that we experience in our lives is not directly from our handiwork, but rather from the blessing that Hashem gives to us. Just like the light of the moon is only a reflection of the sun, so too the good that we have is only a reflection. It comes from the source of all good, being HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore, once a month we step back and we observe, we watch, we look at that moon, and we realize that everything that we have which is good really comes from Hashem. Even though sometimes it may seem that it's from someone, another person, an investment, but the truth is that it's really from Hashem. And so as we look at this Levana Emir Hashem, this Motzai Shabbos, let us be reminded that all of our bracha comes from the ultimate source of blessing, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if we do so, and we show Him our appreciation, we will have the schus, we will have the merit to be continuously blessed by His bounty for this week, this month, and Emir Hashem for the entire year and throughout our lives. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.